All right, now playing Team Rockets for the most part, you always want to go first. And these are the main two cards that you're looking for on your opening hand. You either want to see a Team Rockets Proton or a Team Rockets Transceiver, and you have a basic already in your active spot. Now, for the most part, in the TCG, you're not allowed to play a supporter on the first turn, but in Team Rockets, you actually are allowed to. So if you're going first, you may use this card during your first turn. So Proton goes down, and it lets you find 3 of your basic Pokemon. So basically, as I kind of call this deck, it's like an all or nothing deck. You want to go through and you want to find as many of these Murkrows as you possibly can. So even on your opening hand, even though you cannot attack, you're going to have at least 3, I'm going to say, hopefully, maybe all 4 out at once. So most of the time, it kind of looks like this, and then you're just drawing supporter after supporter, because this is where your damage is going to come from. So ideally on turn 2, if your board looks like this and you have a few Murkrows out, maybe even an Articuno just sitting there on bench to help protect everything, you're using your Pokepads to find anything in this deck Pokemon-wise, because they're all one-prizers. So you're going to play Pokepad down, you're going to look for Honchkrows, or if you need bench protection, you're going to go with your Articuno. You don't want to put your Porygons up too quickly because they're more of a late-game resolution, unless unfortunately you have to start with them. But that's when all the supporters come into play. Ariana is going to let you draw up to 8 cards as long as you have all Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. Then you're looking at Petrel. Petrel is basically going to be like a stadium find most of the time, but you can play him down and find any trainer card that you have. Whether you want to try and search up an Ariana for next turn, or if you want to get your factory down, once you do find your factory, you can keep drawing more cards. So Petrel is very, very good, versatile as well. Team Rocket's Archer, it's kind of like a newer version of Iono, but you have to get knocked out on the last turn. But if you do play him, it's going to be one of the most the best hand disruption cards we have. You're going to shuffle your hand into your deck, you're going to draw 5, but your opponent's only going to draw 3. And then you have Giovanni. You have 4 copies of Giovanni, and he's basically a prime catcher. So you can load up, say, your Honchkrow on the bench. If he's ready to go with an energy attached kind of thing, you play down Giovanni. You can just switch him into the active and one of the opponents into the active as well, and most likely going to be your target. But ideally, this is kind of what you want your area looking like for the most part. You always want a Honchkrow ready to go. You have your Articuno for most of the basic protection, especially from Phantom Dive and Dragapult. Does not block Starmie's attacks. Might have a little bit of trouble with Greninja as well, but for the most part, you're surviving the hit, and you're trying to just 1 KO everything. I know it's like I said, it's kind of an all or nothing deck, but when you use Rocket Feathers, you want to get as many supporters into your hand as possible. And you're doing 60 damage for everyone you put in your discard pile. So, but the one thing I have learned is to not panic with this deck. It's a one-prizer, so if you have to sacrifice, like I said, either a Honchkrow or a Murkrow, you do have ways to get them back and kind of bait your opponent into it. If they put up a big Mega or something like that and you're just holding cards in your hand, I don't know how many times I've gone turn 2 or turn 3 and taken out a full like Mega Kangaskhan, just for an example. But that's 3 prize cards and you're already ahead. So don't panic, get into a little bit of a rhythm. If you have to lose a card here and there, then fine. And when you get down into late game, you're going to be kind of thinned out. But that's where the Porygons come into play. Or I should say 1 Porygon, and then, or 2 Porygons and 1 Porygon 2. So they have to be careful of when you use him, because as soon as you use him, he's probably getting taken out, and you need your Night Stretcher to bring him back in to evolve the other one and then re-attack. But they are doing 20 damage for every supporter in your discard pile. So if you have a stack of like 20 supporters in there, or 10 or more, it's 200 plus damage, and usually a way to close out games nice and easy. So again, another basic rundown of Honchkrow. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite one prize deck. As soon as you can get these guys going, like hopefully on turn 2, you can start like obliterating the other side with almost limitless damage. I mean, you're playing 20 supporters. You do have to set yourself up so you have like enough cards in your hand for the next turn as well. You do have all your items like Roto Stick and stuff like that to help you find the supporters. And then late game, your Miracle Headset, I didn't mention before, is the A-Spec, and you can bring a couple of supporters back from your discard, and that's 60 damage per one. So if you just need that little extra kick to knock out the opponent's active, then by all means. But this deck was played by Zapdos, Josh over at Zapdos TCG. Check him out. He just came 4th place in the Utrecht regionals over in Europe there, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be taking Honchkrow right to a World Championship. So it's going to be pretty awesome to see how he does in the summer.